Hi, Aaron Hickman again. So just wanted to give you an idea of what you should expect as far as routine for your student in Algebra 1 this year. It's a kind of a new way of doing school. I know there could be a lot of confusion out there about what we should be doing in class, outside of class, all those kind of things. So this is hopefully a quick video to help you as a parent understand what you should be seeing and expecting from your child that is in Algebra 1. So let's talk about that routine. So part of it is this is what we want from each student every day when we're together and in class. We want engagement and effort. We want them to put forth a great effort every day. We really want to do as much work as we can in that 90 minutes. So we're trying to do that so that they have us as a reference so we can help them as much as possible and to minimize the amount of time they're doing things outside of class without us as a resource because the learning is going to be much more difficult. So we want them to engage in the process. We want them to give us a great effort. Then part of that is that we have to have them asking questions constantly. All right, so whether that's through the Google chat, whether that's asking it in our small groups, whether that's coming in and doing a Google Meet, emailing me, we just need them to ask questions and so we can get to whatever misconceptions they have and clarify those and help them move on. And they have to believe in the process, all right, of that learning. All right, and we're doing things a little differently than maybe they have in traditional Algebra 1 before or a traditional math class before. So they're going to have to believe in the process, and it takes a little while because it really is focused on them having conversation. It's focused on them working in groups and getting to an answer through a process where they have to kind of grind through some things. We're not just going to tell them all the answers, and that can be a little bit frustrating in the beginning, especially now that we're online. But just kind of help them stay positive in that process, to believe in that process, and it will get easier. And have a growth mindset. We teach everything as if a student has never learned it. We don't make any assumptions about background and what they had, what they haven't had. All right, so we really believe that if they buy in, they give us great engagement, they give us great effort, that they can grow as a math student and be a very strong math student. And then the other piece is that they have to have some integrity with the online situation. When they do take assessments, we believe in the model of it's you and your materials. So they can use themselves, their knowledge, and they can use all the materials that we create, all their notes, all their homework, all those types of things, but that's it. We don't want them on the phone with a friend. We don't want them with a tutor. We don't want parents hanging out in there. So we want it to be just them and their materials when they do take any kind of assessment. So when we think about what we're working on, every student should have their Algebra 1 workbook. This is where almost all of their work will happen. This is where they're going to take notes. This is where they're going to do their practice. All right, so this is something that they need to have with them. They need it in a binder. We will collect this. This could be part of their graduation requirement. So we want this to be completely filled out. We want to collect it. We'll give you some details on that when we do that. We don't know when that's going to be. It could be in December. It could be in October. It could be in January. But we will collect this back probably at the same time we hand out the second semester workbook, whenever that is, depending on our situation with school. But this is their textbook in essence, and they should have this with them each and every day. They should be working this each and every day. And now, what should they be doing? All right. So our goal, like I mentioned before, is that we do all the practice in class during our time together, so they have a chance to ask questions. They can get clarification. They can know if they're doing things right before they go off on their own. So the typical type of homework that students have done in the past, we're now doing in class. All right. Now the homework for most nights will be watching a video and taking notes to prepare for the next class. All right, and these are normally anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes depending on the content, depending on what they're asking to do, depending on how long it takes students to take the notes. They can pause the video, they can replay it, they can go back through it again and hear it a second time. But that then is also a resource that they can come back to, all right, multiple times if they need to. And when we say take notes, we really mean take notes. So they should have that workbook open to the appropriate page. They're working the problem. They will be asked to pause the video to work a problem, then to turn the video back on to check their work. All that is an ongoing process that they should do. They should note their questions. All right. That way when they do their video check-in, all right, they can put those questions in there, and then I see them, and I'll come to class ready and prepared to answer those questions, which will then make our time together more efficient. So here's a sample of what these couple of days and then Monday would look like. So when you look at Friday, today, I'm recording this video on Friday just after class. So you can see that on Friday, in class, all right, we finished lesson 2. We did the independent practice. We did the whole group practice. We did the group practice. And then students took an exit ticket. All right, that's the typical process in class each and every day. All right, so we're going to do all the practice in class. We're going to take an exit ticket so they can show me what they know, what they might still have questions about. And they get to take that exit ticket as many times as they need to get a perfect score. All right, now here's the big piece, the after class piece. All right, so when you look at every day on Schoology, we have it broken down into in class, after class. So this is what we're doing together in our 90 minutes. This is what a student needs to do before the next time we come to class. All right, so you can see that tonight, for example, they would have to watch the exploration video. They would have to watch the lesson 3 video and take notes over that. And then they would do the video check-in to let me know how they processed and understood that material. And that's going to be our typical routine. All right, so when you're watching or you're asking your student what they're doing, that's really what they should be doing tonight. They're not going to be doing 15 or 20 problems on their own. We want to do those in class where they have the teacher as a resource. They have other students as a resource. And that's really our biggest routine. And this really should take 15 to 30 minutes a day, and we recommend that they do this during that 4th period time, all right, from 1:50 to 3:20. Now, they might have another class during that time. If they're in band or choir or something like that, then obviously they have to participate in that event. But if they're not, this is the time that has been set aside to kind of get started on the work that they need to finish before the next class. All right, and then they need to do those video check-ins. And like I mentioned, it gives us critical feedback on what topics they don't understand, so we can immediately address those in the next class. And it is a major piece of each student's grade. It's a participation piece. So if they're not participating in that, all right, their grade will drop. The other part of the routine is Friday after class through Monday. All right, so just as a reminder, Monday is asynchronous learning for our students, which means they still have work to do, but it's just not with us in a defined classroom environment. All right, so they have to do the work on their own. Now, we post everything and we tell kids about this on Friday because they really have from Friday after class to when we see them on Tuesday to take care of all those things. So by next Tuesday, they have to do the things in the after class for Friday, and then they have to do everything in the Monday folder there at the bottom. All right, let me click back here. All right, and that's really, we want them to have that now because they can do a little bit on Friday. They can do a little bit on Saturday. It can be a little bit on Sunday, a little bit on Monday. So that way, if there's some kind of conflict in their schedule, whether it's a job, a family function, they can then plan for the 3 or 4 days in order to take care of all of those things. And so on Monday, they would finish their notes. They would do their exit ticket. All right, then they would do their video check-in, all those kinds of things. And that's really the routine. And then we come back to class on Tuesday, and then we have our in-class, and we have our out-of-class. And that's really the routine that you will see throughout the rest of the semester. All right, now, it's very important for you to understand, too, that part of this process, all right, is participation. All right, so the video check-in, so the in-class activity, that's a very big piece of their grade. All right, and in order to earn an expert, and if you don't know what an expert is, watch the small video, the quick video on standards-based grading. They need 95%. An expert, an E, is the highest grade. Same thing with those exit tickets. All right, this is really practice, showing us what they know, that they've learned the material. We want them to earn a 95% on those as well, and they get to do that as many times as it takes to clarify their understanding. So that's a real quick glance at the routine that we want to see from our students. If you have any questions about that at any point in time, whether it's now, later, any day, any question you have, feel free to contact us and we'll work on all those details. So thanks for listening. Let me know if you have any questions.